I'm Robert Neborsky.
Yeah.
I live here in Cardiff, and I practice psychiatry. I'm a psychiatrist in Del Mar, California. I came to California in 1975 as an officer in the United States Navy, Balboa Naval Hospital, and I served 2 years. And then I spent some time at UCSD in the Veterans Administration Hospital, running their outpatient services. And now I'm basically in private practice. I do a little bit of research, a lot of teaching, and a lot of private practice.
That's pretty rewarding.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
You work with veterans quite a bit?
I used to, not any
Not
longer.
at all. Okay. So tell me about your fitness before coming to SmartFit.
Yeah, I'm an avid golfer, so I play a great deal of recreational golf, a little bit of competitive stuff as well. And I belonged to La Costa, was a member there. And I would work out at the gym. I have a trainer twice a week, which I still have actually, and do twice a week workouts, stretching, weightlifting. I'm a great believer in fitness, and along with playing golf. In my younger years, I played a lot of tennis, but unfortunately, tennis eventually takes a toll on your knees. So just mainly golf and working out in the gym. I was walking up the street one day and I saw this building open up, and came in and talked to Rob, and he gave me the pitch about SmartFit, and I became a member since then.
What do you remember about your first impression of coming in? Because it doesn't look like a typical gym, so to speak.
Right. First impression was too good to be true. You know, if I could get a 20-minute workout 3 times a week, and that would be the equivalent of a 3-hour workout. You know, time is money, man. I mean, I love that idea, and I wanted to give it a good look. And I was impressed with Rob's knowledge of physiology, and I was impressed with the scientific background or basis of the equipment. So I wanted to give it a try.
What about your first time on an ARX machine? Because it was a very eye-opening experience for me. I didn't realize that it could kick my butt that fast, that many times, like every single time. It's crazy.
Oh, well, you're probably a more avid exerciser than I am, because I didn't have that experience. I really enjoyed it. I felt, refreshed on the VAS bar in particular. The ARX, I liked the resistance work. I liked the idea of competing with myself each time, and fell in love with Carol. Her British accent, and telling me to run like a Neanderthal was just great. So I just felt, refreshed, I could say would be the best word I could use.
What changed in your life since coming here? Has anything at all changed about your fitness journey?
I, getting up in years, and I'm maintaining my fitness and my health, knock on wood. But one thing that stimulated this interview was Rob and I had a discussion about the appearance of semaglutides. I have type 2 diabetes, so I've always had insulin resistance, and it was always hard for me to lose weight. So I luckily got on one of the newer medications about 4 months ago, and I've lost 20 pounds since that period of time. And I've really been able to use the equipment even better, because my body fat is going down, and I'm able to trace my muscle, and I was losing muscle for a while, and now I've increased my protein intake. So I'm now building muscle back to replace and even exceed my old muscle levels on the scanner.
Isn't that crazy? I, I'm not young. 45. I'm not a young man. I'm stronger now. And yeah, the machines are great. But I'm also looking at the Humor Pro. And I'm also looking at the electrolytes. And I'm going, oh, I see my numbers going up. I feel better now at 45 than I did at 35. Because I was beating the crap out of myself at 35, you know. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's not just the machines here. Has that been your experience as well?
The atmosphere is wonderful. The people are terrific. They're very careful who they select as your trainers, and they're very dedicated, and they motivate you. And I have a fondness for each and every one of them.
That's great. Tell me a little bit about what's your favorite machine here at SmartFit?
Oh, far and away, the Vasper is my favorite. Yeah. I feel after the workout on the Vesper, I feel refreshed and invigorated, and it's really outstanding. I'm just getting acquainted with, I think they call it the glutamator, and I'm starting to feel a definite change in my glutes. Athletically, they were never a great part of my repertoire. They were kind of silent there, but now they're becoming more under my control. And my golf swing is actually getting a little bit better. I'm actually hitting the ball a little bit farther now since the glutamator arrived. So I'm happy with that.
When was the first time you remember feeling a difference from this machine?
About a month ago. It takes a while to figure out how it works. Its exact different force with the pressure down and then the resistance pressure as it begins to elevate back, and to consciously constrict your glutes and to learn how to use it. So now I'm just at the stage now that I'm competing with my prior records. You know, I couldn't do that before, but I can do it now.
Was there a point on the golf course where you were like, oh man, that's kind of cool, that machine's working?
Actually, that was about 2 weeks ago.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So tell me what
I got an extra 10 yards on my short irons. So I'm really pleased with that.
Yeah, how do you not like that, right?
Exactly.
As a 60-year-old man, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Do I have to say?
No, but you can range.
I'm in my 70s.
Fair enough. Okay. As a 70-something-year-old man, picking up 10 yards on your...
That's huge.
I can't imagine that that's common.
I know you're used to actually as you get older, you know, your swing speed slows down, and you know, you just lose distance. I mean, that's just what happens, and people eventually stop playing from the white tees. They'll move up to the ladies' tees as you get older, but that hasn't happened, thankfully.
Opposite, actually, huh?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Anything else that you can think of that kind of stands out to you about this place or people in it or the method itself?
Yes, again, as I mentioned before, from a emotional point of view, having the machine, keeping a record of your previous performance, and motivating yourself to stay above the line really causes, at least me, to give my best effort, and to, by the end of the workout on the ARX, to see those yellow lights come up is, in one hand, shows me that I've really worked hard. that I've kept it in the green as long as I can, and then I've exhausted my muscles, and I've really feel good about that workout.
What would you say to somebody who is close to your age or your age or maybe even a little older if they were skeptical about coming in and strength training?
Oh, I would urge them to give it a try and to see the results for themselves. The maintenance of your strength, and to see on the body scan your muscle mass increasing. As you know, it decreases with age normally, and to see it increasing is just a dream come true.